Good morning, St. Cloud Ear, Nose, and Throat team. It's time for another video update. Today is June 12th, 2020. The pandemic isn't over, but we are adapting to it, and we continue to look to the CDC, Minnesota Department of Health, and other organizations for guidance on how to move forward and adapt to our new normal. You may see a change periodically in how we approach a variety of situations, and that is because we are continually monitoring those recommendations. I think it's important for you to understand at this point in time that we have suffered some pretty significant financial losses as a business, probably to the tune of about $2 million that we will not recover, but we expect that we will be resilient and that we should be able to get back on solid ground here within the next couple of months. We have benefited greatly from the Paycheck Protection Program, and that has allowed us to pay people even when we weren't able to keep the doors open on a full-time schedule. However, moving forward, we will need to revert back to paying people for hours actually worked. I think we will have enough work for most of us for the foreseeable future, but we are adapting to that new normal. We all need to work together to get ourselves back on solid ground, and we will be open, of course, Fridays as we have been, and we will be trying to maximize the number of patients that we can safely see every day, and so we are working out those schedules to make that work. We are all mindful of our mission and our core values, and that is central to our plans of being patient-centered and respecting one another and holding each other accountable and all of those other things. We have asked many of you to cross-train. We will continue to do so. We will be looking for opportunities to utilize everyone to be efficient and to fill the needs as they arise based on whatever responses we need for the pandemic. For those of you who've already taken on new roles, I want to just thank you for your enthusiasm and your willingness to do so. While I'm thanking people, I want to take this opportunity to call out some of the amazing work that's been done by all of you, and I am really hoping I'm not going to forget large swaths of people, but I just want to acknowledge some amazing things that have been done. To the staff answering the phones, we have asked you to change scripts innumerable times and to adapt those conversations with patients, and you've done a phenomenal job, and we really appreciate that. To our surgery schedulers, you have had just a fluctuating amount of work. Of course, now we're in the heavy work time as we try to bring our patients back, address the backlog of surgery, and still continue to move forward with the patients that we're seeing in the surgeries they need to be having. To the triage nurses, you've been really important in so many ways. Again, communicating with our patients. We really struggled for a little while to determine what kind of COVID testing needed to be done for our patients coming in. You've helped with messaging and just a number of ways, and that's been incredibly helpful. Similarly, the clinical staff, you have adapted to the cleaning procedures that are needed to be done. You've helped advise us on the CDC guidelines that you have gone through, and that has really helped us make plans, make adjustments, and help keep all of us safer, including our patients. And the audiology department, you guys are reinventing yourselves in this new era of COVID, and you have some pretty high-risk populations, and I really have been impressed with the creativity with which you have approached those challenges. I want to formally welcome those of you who were hired just before this pandemic hit. It is a very strange time to start a new job, but welcome Jean, Karen, Cassie, Carrie, and Kim. I want to remind everyone who's been here for a while that the smiles that you normally give new employees to welcome them are not visible under your masks. And so please give a warm hello and welcome to them as everybody returns. And to Julia, Renee, McKay, and Aisha, we are sad to see you go, and we really appreciate all that you've done for us over the years, and we wish you all the best in your new adventures. Last but not least, I think it's important to recognize the other crisis that's going on in our nation, the reckoning of the racial injustices that have been a part of the fabric of our nation for generations. This, of course, was sparked by the tragic murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis. I feel it important to state outright that diversity and inclusion are important to us as physician owners and as a company. I feel comfortable in saying on behalf of all of my physician colleagues that we are all God's children, and we all need to open our ears, hearts, and minds to the pain that those around us are experiencing and be willing to help heal those wounds and offer the same kindness, respect, and opportunity and dignity to all. That's colleagues, patients, and the entire community. We look forward to being a part of that solution, and we hope that you will join us and offer your suggestions so that we can do so effectively. In summary, we are navigating a new normal. I want to thank you for your hard work, flexibility, and teamwork these past 12 weeks. We are so glad to have each and every one of you during this time and beyond. Thank you.